Hey, I'm Jonathan Randall.
And I'm Dan Vollmeyer.
And this is 5 on It. Rupert Murdoch has bought out the Dow Jones, which is the company that publishes the Wall Street Journal. What do you think about the fact that now Murdoch controls yet another major American media outlet?
This is just getting a little ridiculous. I mean, Murdoch pretty much owns the entire planet. This is another notch on the very, very wide belt of Mr. Murdoch. This guy owns 20th Century Fox, Fox News, the New York Post, GQ magazine, and a little website they call MySpace. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I have. You know, he might own MySpace, but I sure as hell won't be accepting his friend request.
He's not going to be on my top 8.
Thankfully, Murdoch does not own Titan TV yet, and I gotta say, they gotta start passing some laws against one man controlling this much information, especially a guy that has such extreme conservative views and is so anti-liberal.
Yeah, this guy has a history of really skewing a lot of the newspapers that he owns to really fit his own personal political agenda, and you hate to see something like that happen to a great paper like the Wall Street Journal.
I sincerely hope he does not kill the integrity of the Wall Street Journal by presenting his agenda rather than the right news that the American public deserve to get.
All right, well, moving right along, the U.S. government is thinking about passing a law that would require companies to put their nutrition facts on all alcoholic labels. Does this sound like a good idea? Do most drunks know that alcohol probably isn't the best thing for them?
I think people know that alcohol is not the best thing for them, but I also think people should be more aware of exactly what it is they're putting in their body. And who knows, we might discover there's some vitamins in whiskey or something. They're going to be printing stuff on the labels. While you're at it, I say you print little puzzles. If you could solve the puzzle, then you know you're not too drunk to drive.
This is very, very important, Jonathan. I do not drink alcohol unless it has a high content of fiber. And with these new nutritional facts, I'll actually know what's going on. This will hurt some bottles, though, like Michelob Ultra and Budweiser Select. They'll be all right, but once people realize how much garbage actually goes into Pabst Blue Ribbon, they're going to be going belly up. I mean, they're going to have to call it Pabst Dirty Brown Ribbon.
Yeah, you know, they have Surgeon General on cigarette packs, little warnings. I think they should start doing that on booze. Like, if you drink too much booze, your standards will be considerably lowered. But moving on to our next topic, Atlanta Falcons QB Michael Vick has been indicted for being involved in a dogfighting ring. His co-defendant already pleaded guilty. What do you think is the fate of Michael Vick?
Well, Jonathan, as you know, I'm from the hood, and we have an old saying back there in the hood that snitches get stitches. And I'll tell you, if I'm facing 6 to 10 years in prison, I have no problem getting like 5 or 10 stitches across my forehead. This guy is going to throw Michael Vick under the bus. He's going to throw him through the bus. Vick is going to go away for a long, long time because this guy is going to sing like a birdie.
For sure, this guy is definitely going to make Michael Vick his bitch.
I mean, I'll tell you, if you haven't done it already, you really should drown that number 7 Michael Vick jersey because he is done in Atlanta. There's no way he's playing for him again.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Vick should definitely be kicked out of professional sports. I don't know what's wrong with him. He should be put to sleep, sent around America with a pooper scooper, cleaning up dog poo everywhere. He should be doing PSAs against animal cruelty. I do not know what is happening with our sports figures today.
Oh, boy. Well, hey, Jonathan, the big movie of the summer is The Bourne Ultimatum. It's with Matt Damon, and everybody seems to be asking the question, if you're in a hostage situation, who would you rather be saved by? James Bond or Jason Bourne?
I'd actually rather be saved by Jessica Alba. But if I had to pick between one of the two, I would definitely go with Jason Bourne. He's a lot more ruthless. He's a lot more cunning. He's a lot more cold-hearted. I mean, Bond would be out somewhere getting tail. I want Jason Bourne to save the day.
Bond would just get distracted so easily. This guy's pretty much trying to get to second base with any woman in her brassiere. There's just no way that I'd want to be saved by him.
I mean, before Bond has a chance to whip out any of his fancy gadgets, Bourne would probably break his neck. Besides the fact that Bond's always walking around drunk on martinis, how does anybody save the world when they're so loaded?
Although I will add, when I have like 9 martinis, my ninja chop is out of this world. So maybe Bond would be all right doing that.
I'll have to keep that in mind next time we get in a fight. I'll make sure to get you some booze.
Absolutely.
Again, I'm not saying that Matt Damon is the one that's going to fight and save the day, but definitely Jason Bourne. Our last topic today, in Hollywood, California, in order to solve the pigeon population problem, they're now going to start to administer birdie birth control. Do you think this is a good strategy or completely absurd?
This idea is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you're going to give birth control pills to pigeons? The pill didn't work for Nicole Richie. Why would it work for pigeons? It's stupid.
I mean, I thought originally they were going to hand out little birdie condoms, but it turns out that pigeons don't enjoy wearing condoms either.
Oh my gosh, and the lines are so long in the back of the CVS. I try to fill a prescription, and I just don't need pigeons flying in trying to get in my way when I'm trying to fill a prescription.
I mean, definitely. I'd be for it if the birth control they're going to give them is going to make the birds have fewer periods, so maybe they won't always be so grumpy and poo on everybody.
Oh, man, I just don't know about that. I just think it's a bad idea all around. I mean, Hollywood is such a dangerous city. Why don't they worry about that instead of worrying about the pigeon population?
That's all the time we have for 5 on It today. I'm Jonathan Randall.
And I'm Dan Ballmeyer.
Thanks for watching Titan TV.